Hello everyone. Good evening. I don't know. Hello Adam. Hello everyone. Judge Dread the Law. I'm happy some of you guys showed up. My second ever live stream. Again, it may be a disaster. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I wasn't planning on coming live. However, there's a lot I need to get off my chest. I'm really annoyed still after yesterday, and I've got Luca coming on as a guest. He's just backstage now. I'll have to work out how to bring someone else on. Because if anyone's like more annoyed about the performance, then it's him. So through him, we can let out our our joint anger. But first of all, hello, how is everyone? Thank you very much for coming over for my second ever stream. What we plan to do today is get Luca's thoughts, get your thoughts in the chat. Oh, amazing, that's good. Maybe a few of my thoughts. I'm not doing so much of a kick by kick commentary this week because I couldn't face watching it again. But I have a lot of thoughts on that performance. Oh yeah, what's FPG Mole? Oh yeah, I forgot. I can show your comments. I assume that means VAR. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on, mate. And Niall. Hi, Phil. Welcome back, everyone. So, first of all, I think we just need some raw reaction, and I will bring on Luca now. So, Luca, hello.
Hey, what's up?
All right.
Guys.
Yeah, good, thank you. Guys, this is Luca. I've only just come across your channel, and I love that. I love that lots of content creators are quite like timid with what they say, and you just say exactly what you think.
Of course.
If you're mad, if you're happy, and I just love it. So go on. Are you still annoyed about Brentford?
I'm very, very disappointed in my opinion. I think it was a disappointing performance. I'll analyse it through the game, Fran. Look, first half, Brentford were the better team. Brentford could have had at least 2 goals, in my opinion. If Ivan Toney didn't miss that chance, or if that Brentford player didn't have that offside goal, that's 2-0 Brentford. The game was done in the first half. We got away with it at times. Second half, we came on top a little bit. We had a good 10-15 minute spell. Trossard scored. Great goal by Trossard. Good tap in. It was a crucial goal at the time. And then the controversial happens, which is highlight of the weekend. Lee Mason is an absolutely disgrace, in my opinion. Lee Mason should not be refereeing, and VAR is an absolutely disgrace, Fran, in my opinion, because VAR is a joke. To be honest, that could be our title hopes cost, right?
Exactly.
And Brentford, for me, they played really, really well. Thomas Frank is a great manager. They came up with a game plan against Mikel Arteta, in my opinion, and we didn't do well. We really did. Eddie Nketiah never stepped up, right? Martinelli's been poor recently. And I'm worried. Manchester United done their job today. Manchester City done their job today, which we all kind of expected. And now it's a kind of a 3-horse race now. We talked about 3 or 4 weeks ago when we beat Spurs and Manchester United, Fran. Everybody thought we could win the league here. Best chance to win it in years. Now, my opinions, I said this on my channel, right? If anyone did watch my channel, right? The Spurs match reaction, I said 75% confident of winning it. And now my percentage has dropped down to about 40-50% of winning the league. Because look, Man City is going to be a very difficult game, okay? And we haven't beaten them in the Premier League since 2015, right? And for me, that is a very long time. That is 8 years of waiting, right? But that is going to be a very, very difficult game. And that becomes a massive game now. Everton, for me, how do we lose that game? We were poor. We never turned up. Brentford, for me, we bottled it. People are starting to panic. I don't know. Look, you're positive. I've watched your channel. You still have hope as well. I think you are positive a little bit. And for me, look, I'm starting to panic. And I'm
panicking. Maybe I'm not as good at like speaking my truth as you are just yet, but I'm freaking out. I'm actually negative. I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't think we're going to get it now. I don't think we're going to win the league unless Jesus comes back. But I'm extremely dramatic and stressed, and I'm overreacting. That's why I need your
Same
opinion. I
here.
need everyone.
No worries, no worries. And you're always more welcome to come on my channel anytime,
I
whenever
would
you.
love to. I'd love to.
No worries, and everyone's wondered in the comments. But the reason why I've overreacted over the weekend, I'm just so frustrated that we didn't get the 3 points.
Yes.
Look, Fran, to be honest, I was really, really so pessimistic over the weekend. Like I was
I'm
so
still in that place. That's why I need to
I haven't
vent.
got over the game. And 3 days from now, 2.5 days to go, I wake up Monday morning, right, thinking, oh, here we go again. Wednesday, we could be out the title race and all that. But look, can we beat Man City? We're going to have to put a decent performance. Look, Man City have not been the Man City which have been dominating over the years. They can be caught. Haaland, for me, is probably going to be playing that game. Like, I know there was questions about whether he was going to be a doubt, but I think he will play, in my opinion. I think it's Guardiola's mind games. But we've done well this season to a certain point. And if we get second this season and finish 4 or 5 points off Man City, I think it's a good season, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, you go back and look at it and you think in one of these games here, Lee Mason will be winning the league, Fran.
No, I'm thinking I won't be happy unless we win. I won't be happy if we come second to City, because it's always like this season's like gonna be as good a chance as any, because next season obviously Newcastle will have improved. Chelsea will maybe have got their stuff together. Man U, hopefully he'll have got, well, hopefully for him, he'll have got a few more signings. So we've really, there's not a better chance than this. There hasn't been for what, like I just can't even. We must win it. I will. I know everyone will say
it becomes a massive win, Fran. It comes because they're going to be going there thinking full of confidence, saying we're Man City. If we win, we've put Man City we've put Arsenal out of the misery, in my opinion.
No, I meant the league.
Oh, league-wise, yeah, of course.
We've got to win that. Like, I don't think there's a better chance. But what do you think? What are you saying about? What do you think to Phil's comment saying there will be no shame if the title is too soon for our young team?
Look, you make a very good comment, Phil, and welcome to the chat. How are you?
Phil's the best. We love Phil.
Of course. But look, I get where you're coming from, Phil. I get where you're coming from, Phil. Look, we've built a younger team, right? I'm one of those fans where, look, people don't like my opinions. I'm cool with it, right? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I can't judge anyone's opinion. But what I will say is, look, Arteta's done well to build a very, very, very young team this season. No one expected us to be competing for a title after 20 games, right? And if I thought we were going to be in a position where we'll start challenging for top 4. But I just feel, look, he's done well with a younger team. But I said a few weeks ago on my channel, when Man City beat Arsenal 1-0 in the FA Cup, I said a few weeks ago, there's a mentality in the team. We never gave up. We kept going forward. We had, I wouldn't say we had loads of chances, but we did have little chances in that game. And we played very well. It's just Partey went off injured, and then the next game he was available for Everton. And then Lokonga came on before we signed Jorginho. And then from there, I thought, okay, we've got Everton, Brentford, win them. We're 8 points clear also against Man City. But going into Man City, and you think, you know what? You're confident going into City. You win that, you're 11 points. But now, 2 or 3 games can really cost you your season. And this is why, look, I know a lot of people don't like me. Look, a lot of people want me to back the team. I will back my football club on the day, right? But for me, why I've been a little bit negative in my team, because I'm not happy with the performances this season. I'm not
this
happy.
Season, or just the last 2?
Sorry, the last couple of games, right? This season we've been the better team in the Premier League.
We have. I don't know what's happened the last couple of games since the FA Cup loss. It's just not been the same like intensity. But you know what's odd is that on the latte firm, Kaya, I can't pronounce his second name, but was saying that training this week was what we all wanted. They were like fired up for it. They were really excited for this game. They wanted to turn things around. But when it came to the match, I mean, after 10 minutes of like all right play, it was just like back into our shells. And like without that confidence and cutting edge. They all need to go. I think they just need some mad motivation. Like, I don't know. What do you think? Why do you think the last couple of games have not been?
I just feel the last 2 games, and we've been in this situation before last season. Everyone expected us to get top 4 last season. I expected Manchester United to get, but Man United, we finished 11 points clear of them last season, and they had a very bad season last season. This season, they've been great this season, and they're challenging for a title now with us and Man City. I think the last couple of games, like you have it, look, I think it's just when we lost to Man City, I didn't expect us to be as bad in the last 2 games against Everton and Brentford. And it can happen in football. When you're challenging through a league, in a title race, Liverpool have done it before and won the league. Mm-hmm. Chelsea have done it in 2017. You're going to have blips. Remember when Arsenal beat Chelsea 3-0 in the 16-17 season, right?
Mm.
Chelsea changed the formation and won the league. And I think we might have to tweak the formation a little bit. Because I think the formation is kind of a problem. We keep playing this 4-3-3, but do we stick with that? Because Nketiah, for me, you put him up front with 4-2-3-1, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I think without Jesus, we can't play the 4-3-3 the same, because Nketiah doesn't quite do the same amount of running like between the lines and stuff. He's very much like a penalty box sort of striker. So that's what quite a few people are saying. Like, we don't really have a plan B for when we're not breaking down a team so much. I just, 1 second, Luca. I love having you on. I love, anyway, right. So I just wanted to go through a couple of the comments. We've got an outsider's perspective here, which is Arsenal still in the driving seat. They've been most consistent team so far. I think you'll be fine. It's nice to hear from other fans sometimes, isn't it? Because I am very dramatic, right? I may seem very positive, but me and my boyfriend, we just argue the whole time, because I'm like, the season's screwed, we're done. After we like get a yellow card or something. So it's nice to hear that they think we're still in the driving seat. And Phil, thank you, the Dugout Football Channel. Hello. I also wanted to give a big thank you to Leicester. So Rene B supports Leicester, and they played Spurs, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And Leicester, for me, piped Tottenham. And Leicester, for me, I went through a 2-2 draw on my channel a couple of days ago, and I never expected Spurs, like coming from beating Man City, and then just go and get piped by Leicester. They're just so inconsistent.
It's mad, isn't it?
It is, man.
I was watching, obviously, I was watching the Arsenal game, and then I had the scores up on my laptop. And then it was just like, well, I think Spurs went 1 ahead, didn't they? And I thought like, they've won that. And then it went up to 4-1. So congratulations to your team. You know, all good. Play like that against everyone else, but not against us, please. Kidding, right? Judge Dredd, also a massive legend. This guy is so nice. I don't know if you've seen him on Twitter, Luca.
No, I have not, no.
Oh, well, you definitely should follow him. He makes some great models.
Follow me on Twitter, Martinelli AFC1.
And Craig, awesome guy. So good to see you. It's really nice. Really nice to see everyone. Right, what's Phil said? We're halfway. We've had the most amazing first half of the season, but a season is 38 games. Winning titles ain't easy without dodgy money. Oh shit, Phil. Gone at Man City there. What's your view on all the Man City stuff, Luca?
I just feel like with the Man City situation, Fran, I don't think it will happen. Like,
I'm the same. I'm the same.
I just feel like people are starting to feel like they're gonna get relegated. Yes, I do think, Fran. Yes, they should be punished and should be sent to the National League or whatever league they should be sent, right? But what I think will happen is they'll probably end up getting a fine.
Oh yeah, and even then, like, I'm very cynical about like the establishment and like wealthy business owners and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so they're just gonna like pull in all of their lawyers, like a whole team of them, like delay every single step of the way. Like they can prove me wrong, but I don't think anything will happen like for at least a year, and even then it will just be like law litigation.
They said it could take 2 to 4 years.
But it already took 4 years.
Like,
for this
I don't think it will take 2 or 4 years. I don't know. It might not. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Right, Niall. First of all, Niall said he shared the channel. That's really great. And also look at Luca's channel. He's the best for like hour-long rants. That's why I invited him on tonight. It was highly therapeutic listening to you yesterday.
No worries. No worries.
So Niall asked, do you guys think Martinelli needs a rest, and would you bring Trossard in place? All right, I'll go yes. Even if it would just motivate Martinelli a bit, I think he's suffering though not having Jesus next to him, and he's not very supported perhaps by Zinchenko. He's really just on his own out there because Zinny comes into the midfield and Xhaka and him aren't really linking up. So it's just Martinelli versus like 3 defenders most of the time. But then I don't know if he shouldn't be subbed off for that. I maybe like switching things up a little. So putting Trossard in for Nketiah. What do you think?
No, I would start Trossard up front because he played up front as the central striker for Brighton, and that's why when we brought him in as backup for Martinelli, Trossard was also played as a Brighton. He even played up front against Liverpool, for crying out loud. So I would play Trossard up front, play Martinelli and Saka on the wings, and try that out.
Yeah, no, that would be really good. I think people might say like, "Oh, that's unfair on Eddie," but it's a team. Yeah, I think anyone will say, "Okay, let's try me sitting on the bench," like, or at least they should. And you, Leandro, you can play in my place if it means a better chance of us winning. I think. No, I think our team's got that sort of attitude. Trossard's playing amazingly. I think
he plays really well. I like Trossard. I think he's a really good player. In my opinion, I'm a massive fan of him, and that's why I'd start him up front over Eddie Nketiah. Like, I don't want to knock Eddie Nketiah's, like, people seeing what I'm like and my thoughts on Eddie Nketiah. I'm not his biggest fan. He's done very well. It's like when he signed that contract, right? And I don't know if you were happy or not. I was not happy. Giving him $100,000 a week for a 5-year deal where he got offered last season to teams like West Ham or Southampton for 20 million quid. You take that and put it towards a centre forward.
Yeah, I think Nketiah's good for maybe closing out a game. So, well, or like last ditch attempt, like bring someone in who's a good finisher. But in terms of a whole 90 minutes, like I don't think he offers enough kind of throughout the rest of the gameplay. He's a bit on his own up there, whereas it's with Jesus, he's dropping back a lot more. But do you think that? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just difficult to say. I just feel like we haven't got Jesus in the team, which is really, really worrying, in my opinion. Before the World Cup, in my opinion, Gabriel Jesus, what he brings to the team is characteristic, charisma. He brings everything to the team and that panache. But I'm looking at now, when Jesus comes back, is he going to be the same player? Especially when you have Trossard, especially when you have Eddie Nketiah.
I think he will. I can't wait to see Trossard and Jesus linking up. I think Jesus, like when I because I did the drawing of him. I'm not plugging the drawing. I was looking up like his background and like how he's really come from like playing in Brazil, like really close family, like had a really hard upbringing. So I think that attitude he has and that determination, that charisma goes way back, and the injury would have probably just made his determination stronger. We really, really need him back. He lit up our attack, and now it's just kind of, it seems like there's a block when we get to their defensive line. Like Nketiah is a bit more, stands still a lot more, and Saka and Martinelli are just getting double marked. We need something to freshen it up, whether that's bringing Trossard on for Eddie or for someone else. I just wanted to say a quick hello to Guna Gathering, guys. If you haven't followed Guna Gathering, you must. Luca, you were on there recently as well.
Yeah, I was there quite recently. I can't remember when it was. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. We went on there, and I think I went on there once. I think it was when it was the World Cup as well last year, England versus France, and we talked about the game. And the Kane situation, and I think I've been on there a couple of times. Big up Lee, big up Guna Gathering.
Yeah, it's a new channel and really good, really knowledgeable guys. So
Yeah.
go subscribe to them. I think there's a little your channel's like more established, but there's a little like new wave of like little channels coming through that are just kind of starting, and we're all like linking up with each other, and it's really good. I personally can't get enough of like just people chatting about football, and so yeah. Hello,
100%.
Guna Gathering. Right, what's Niall said? For me, I think this Super League is going to have a negative impact and sends out the wrong message and going to open a can of worms. It's all for money. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's where the game is going, unfortunately. I mean, even without the Super League, you look at who's owning clubs, all the sponsorship deals, TV deals. Like, it is more like money focused than us fans would like, whether there's a Super League or not. Like, you feel a bit powerless. Like, what can us as fans do about it unless they fully announce it and we can all protest again and stuff.
But
I think,
would we protest though? Why would we want to protest if we don't win the league, where we've had a pretty much good season up to now, right?
I mean, the Super League. The
Oh,
Super
you're about the Super League. The Super League for me, I don't think it will happen. I addressed it on my channel a few days ago, and I don't think it will happen because a lot of people will protest. Chelsea fans protest during the lockdown, and I don't think it will happen because I think a lot of people are going to protest. It's not going to be right, and this is what really baffles me about the owners of the football club. The Cronkies want it as well. The Chelsea owner wants it. All the owners want it as well. So that's the problem, in my opinion. So I don't think it will happen. And if it does happen, what's going to happen? Is it going to affect all the other teams? Is it going to affect like the FA Cup?
I think it would. I think it. I haven't even looked too much into it because it just like it makes me sick. Like how commercial everything's getting, and I know like football like makes money and stuff, but like it's ridiculous at this point. So I haven't even really looked into it. But you'd assume it will have a huge impact. Like players are already playing too much football, and if there's another like Super League or whatever happening at the same time, I think it's just too much. City have too much money to be bothered or touched, says Phil. We'll talk about the Super League when it gets announced. We should beat United as well. Same squad next weekend. Leicester, look, you can be our little agent. Just Leicester, like beat all those teams that are kind of against us now. I don't know how Man U have got into the title race, but there they are, like a horrible surprise.
Look, Leicester for me, and beat Tottenham yesterday, and Manchester United as well. I'm very, very, very surprised how they've done this season. Like,
it's insane. It's insane. And Goldbridge is so smug, and I can't stand it. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I think with United, I'm very surprised and very like worried because no one expected them to be in a 3-horse race because I think we were like 8-10 points clear of them when we beat Manchester United in January. Right, bigger Arsenal Alex, go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Fantastic YouTuber. Feel free.
I'll go and subscribe now.
Yeah,
you continue. I'm going to go find.
Feel free to send him a super chat when he goes live next. But no, I think with Manchester United, right, they found a way now with Ten Hag, right? Ten Hag for me has got them playing. Casemiro is a fantastic signing. People questioned about, well, are United going to step up without Casemiro? And they did it today without Casemiro. They didn't do it against Arsenal. But Rashford is on fire. We all talked about, will Marcus Rashford be the same player when he gets back? And Rashford's just Rashford like he was when he debuted against Arsenal many years ago. So I think Rashford also should have started in the World Cup for England. And we probably would have beaten France. So you look at it, right? Will the Glazers sell up? Will they actually sell up? Because
they've got to. Like nothing motivates them other than like dollar signs, you know. And if someone slaps down a $5 or $6 billion bid, they'll be like, they won't be able to help themselves. They won't. Plus, they don't want to spend the money on renovating like Old Trafford and that. They've milked the club dry, and now they have to actually like spend some money. And get a few more players, like support Ten Hag, rebuild the stadium. They're going to just take their money and get out of there, I think.
100%. And do you think the Qatar owners will happen? Because I think the deadline's this week.
I think it's Sir Jim, is it? And Qatar, either one. But look, I'm all frazzled. I don't know how you run a stream as well as looking at comments and reading comments. I don't know what to focus on. I don't want to miss anyone's comments, but
that's a bit like me. I was doing a stream earlier, right? And for me, I tried to obviously go through. I was doing a stream about the Premier League roundup, going through all the games. Then I had my little rant about Arsenal a little bit today, and I only had about 11 people watching, and for me, that's really good. And I was getting like comments and all that stuff, and I obviously sometimes it's difficult to focus at times, isn't it?
Honestly, yeah. We won't keep this a long one. I just kind of wanted to.
No worries, I don't mind. It's fine. Yeah.
I've had a stressful week though, like.
Yeah, I know how
I wanted to come on. I wanted to come on, like, just to rant a bit, but yeah, I'm not going to stay on too long. I just wanted to see everyone. I just subscribed to you as well, Arsenal Alex. Fran, yes, that is I. Right, well, okay, I'm going to try not to look at the comments for a bit because it's distracting me. Let's talk about Wednesday. And, well, go on, give me your thoughts, and then I'll give you mine. Wait, no. First of all, what do you think the lineup will be?
For me, I'll go with the lineup first. Ramsdale in goal. Tomiyasu comes in for Ben White because, as I mentioned, yeah, I would go because Tomiyasu changed the game against Manchester United because Ben White couldn't cope with Marcus Rashford. And then centre half, you start with Gabriel, Saliba, Zinchenko. But saying that, would Tierney come in? Would you really want to throw Kieran Tierney in a game like this? Yes, you have to go. Look, both of them are passion. But you've got Zinchenko, who's had a really good season. Yes, the last 2 games he's been decent, not fantastic. But Zinchenko, for me, has got that experience. He knows Man City. Yes. Guardiola knows him as well. Midfield, I'd go with Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard. I'd go with Trossard in the middle, Martinelli and Saka on top.
Yeah, I'm so excited
I think he's going to go with Eddie Nketiah. And I think he's going to go with the same team, but maybe start Tomiyasu over Ben White.
Yeah, Ben White's just looking a bit like off form. I think quite a few players, like, they're still obviously amazing players, but are just 1 or 2% down. Maybe it's energy-wise or confidence-wise, and all of that added up is just like leading to like subpar standards to what we're used to. It's still really good standard, like, but everyone's just like 1 or 2% down, whether it's confidence or not. I mean, I would ideally, have Trossard up front. I think he really lifts the energy of the team when he does come on. Just almost like that Jesus sort of energy, like never stops running.
I know Smith Rowe is not available for, I don't know when he's back, but do you think Smith Rowe, we kind of miss him a little bit?
Yeah, I do. He's just amazing. Like, obviously, like, he has such good chemistry, like, with Saka and Martinelli and those guys, and they probably miss him a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like, he's so good. He's so techy. He really comes on and can change a game, get that goal. I really miss him, just personally, you know.
100%, yeah, exactly.
He's our boy.
I think Smith Rowe was a very important player last season, Frank.
Yeah,
I just feel like the injuries have actually kind of knocked him. But I think next season, if we're going to find out where are we going to get the Smith Rowe, what we saw before.
I think he's still young. And he's so like determined. He's got Saka around him. Like, he's got the boys. They're such a good team now, aren't they? And like, that support each other and stuff. Like, and it all depends on like the character of that player. And Arteta's so big on character and like determination and stuff. So I think I wouldn't worry too much about their mindset. Yeah, Guna Gathering agrees that ESR's impact from the bench was amazing last season. I think like he's so Arsenal through and through as well. Like, obviously come through the training academy and stuff. Like, bringing him on is just like a boost to everyone, especially our homegrown players. Like, he's very much like loved within the team, and they must miss him.
They do, and Smith Rowe is the Kevin De Bruyne of East Croydon.
Oh yeah, the Croydon De Bruyne.
Oh yeah.
I was so shocked, last season. No, not last season, like 2 or 3 years ago when I first heard him talk. I think everyone was. He looked so like
Very
private
quiet.
school, like. And then he's got like the thickest like accent, and it was amazing.
It's
I,
funny.
Smith Rowe reminds me of Tierney injuries when he was at Celtic, way before Emery took Tierney to Arsenal. Yeah, we just got fingers crossed. Like, I'd rather we don't rush Smith Rowe back in, so to avoid like really long-term injuries. Like, if he needs like a month extra, so he's not like screwed up for life, then that's better. Because when I used to do like regional athletics and stuff, and I went back, like I was overtraining and went back too early when I was told not to and stuff because I wanted to achieve. And now my back is like screwed for life. I think we've all
sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. So I think with injuries, I never get too frustrated. I think I almost prefer it when we give them the time they need rather than like screwing them up. And then it's about in the transfer windows, like signing the backup that we need and the alternatives that we need, which I'm not sure we did. I'm just traumatized from last year about bottling top four, and now I don't want to bottle the league this year.
Neither do I. Like, if we lose on Wednesday, I'm going to be like very upsetting. Like, I was very upset yesterday about it.
I'm so upset. I'm all over the place. We were doing so well.
We were, Fran, and that's the thing. Like, I still. No, I've got over the game just about, but it's just like I'm more worried about Wednesday, man. It's like Wednesday could be a very nightmare.
I'm freaking out.
Oh, I'm freaking out. I'm really, really freaking out because City do what City do, and Arteta's never beaten Guardiola in the Premier League. So
never. We just draw sometimes, don't we? Or
not in the Prem, but in the FA Cup we did.
Yeah. Oh, let's try and get this brilliant show 20 likes, says Niall. I love our Leicester fan in the chat. Just like I like Leicester. I love Vardy. I think he's a legend. Did you see that one of him like necking 2 Red Bulls and then going on pitch?
Yeah, what was that all about? I don't understand that.
He's a legend. I love it.
Yeah.
Arsenal are moving slow like Edu. Oh, we could have a whole other show about Edu.
Oh, Edu, but you should have seen my stream when I was talking about Jorginho and Edu.
Oh
my God!
I might have to go back and watch that.
You have to go back and watch it. It was, man, the numbers I had in that chat.
If these players were the players that were going to come in and make a difference, we're doing well, right? But you want a player that's going to add to it, okay? Not one that's just. So to me, I wanted something that would raise the level, and instead we've got like more bench players, which I understand is the pragmatic thing, but I wanted someone that's going to excite the team and like rejuvenate them. But it's which Trossard has done, but then we've got Kivior. Is he even ready yet? And Jorginho.
Is Kivior ready? Like we've heard that Robert Lewandowski said about him, right? That he made a few good appearances in the World Cup in Qatar, but is he going to play in the Europa League? Is he going to be a feature? Because we've already got 2 competitions that we're competing, the Prem and the Europa.
Sorry, I got distracted by a comment.
No worries.
A Jamie Vardy doing a chip to the Spurs goalkeeper. Was that yesterday or a different match?
I don't remember that.
Let us know which match it was. But anyway, you guys, any comments you want to make? I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. Like, I'm so tired. I'm so like, I still need to like digest this, but now I'm nervous about Wednesday, and we just really need to turn it around on Wednesday.
We do.
But I mean, look, it's quite good that we're so annoyed about a draw at Brentford. Like, Brentford are a really good side. Ivan Toney is
a very good team. Ivan Toney is someone who I wanted in the January transfer window.
Yeah, me too. Maybe Zaha as well.
Yeah,
I love him. Those guys are like hardcore.
They are. They're really good. They're very passionate.
Yeah, if Phil's still here, he said he was going to slap anyone who bigged up Ivan Toney. But I love him. He's the kind of player you hate to play against, but like love having on your.
Toney is very good, right? Yes, Ivan Toney is very good. He brings. Do you know what he reminds me of? A little bit of Ian Wright, a little bit.
Oh yeah, the kind of like charisma and
Mm.
yeah. You know, do you remember that Snapchat video of him? So he
Yeah,
was like out clubbing. He was
funny.
out clubbing and someone filmed him and he went like,
Yeah. I saw it on Snapchat.
I was creasing.
Mm.
Anyway, oh wow, we've lost our Leicester friend now. I would have loved Jamie Vardy. He's sick, but he's Leicester through and through. He's your boy.
Definitely.
Yeah, we do need Tony big time, but there wasn't even like talk of him coming. You've got to assume that they've like scouted him or whatever. But sometimes it's so annoying when us as a fan base are saying like, "This is the player."
Is he an Arsenal fan?
Let me Google that for you now. You talk, Luca. Go.
No worries. Anytime. Big up, Phil. Welcome to the chat. How are you? Plus, Tony was banned for 6 months as well. Jamie Vardy didn't go to Arsenal. No, he didn't. He didn't want to. He didn't want to come to Arsenal. I don't think. Not just that. I think Wenger wanted to not put him as a striker. I don't think, and Vardy wanted to play up front. Big up Gunnar Gathering. Big up Arsenal Alex. Big up everyone there.
Yeah, he's just they've just brought up the point about perhaps we just stayed clear of him because he might be banned.
Oh yeah.
He's cheeky betting. So yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. If that wasn't happening, then he'd be straight in my box.
Definitely, Tony's definitely in my books.
I'm sure Emery wanted Maguire and yeah, Maguire looked so bad today.
He was.
Yeah, he was like moving through syrup. People were saying.
You know what Harry Maguire's like, and Manchester United still won the game. I don't know how Harry Maguire was talking after the game. Clearly,
what was he saying?
So I'm just saying about United's about the performance, really.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
But I'm probably gonna call it a night now. I'm sorry, everyone. I've had such a stressful week. Maybe I'll explain it in the next live stream. But I still wanted to come on and kind of digest what happened. Oh, just as Mark got here, I'm so sorry. We're just about to go. Normally the streams are about an hour. Consider yourselves slapped, guys. Oh no. Yeah, we praised Ivan Toney a bit too much. Hopefully this has been a good kind of rant for you all. Follow Luca's channel. He's the king of rants. I don't know what my channel's all about quite yet, but we'll get there with you guys. Nice to meet you too, Arsenal Alex. I feel like we had a celebrity in the chat. Phil Macker has slapped us, so that's a good end to the stream. And Niall, legend. I spoke to him on Twitter the other day. Really nice guy. Oh no, Stan missed it.
Yeah, Stan the man. I recognise him. I recognise that channel somewhere.
Yeah, I saw him. He's always on a Bird Cup Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night, Rene. Well done to Leicester again. Like, you guys killed it. Thank you so much for humiliating Spurs. We love that from you. Keep it up. Stan, you'll have to catch up. It was a bit of just a free-for-all stream, just talking about our thoughts. It was good fun. Good to chat to Luca. Are they Arsenal bed covers?
Yes, they are.
Oh, very cool.
They are.
No, I'm kidding. That is cool.
That's good. Yeah.
Always good to see you, friend. Take good care. Yes. Thank you, Luca, for coming on. We'll chat a bit
about worries. Anytime. No worries. If you ever need me to come on your channel and help your channel grow, I'm always free. I'm always free to collab with everyone.
That would be great. Yeah, everyone I will do the same. You know, I just love chatting football. Whoever's channel, whoever wants to come on, we'll just cross-pollinate like bees. No, so it's a brilliant show tonight. You should do another stream next week. I think, yes. Before you go, my plan is to do a show every Sunday night for sure. And then maybe do one like midweek or if there's big news, but definitely every Sunday night. Luca, you're welcome to come back.
No worries. Yeah, all right then. Yep.
See how it's going. You've like saved me today because my brain's just not working today. I was trying to read the comments but Luca had it. It's all good. Yeah. 100% like, subscribe. Yes, like, subscribe. Stan's just come in to see Phil saying he slapped everyone. Oh no, getting a Mackies. Right, let's leave them to it. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next Sunday, if not before. Bye. How do I do this?